Do you feel stressed and you find stress just builds up and accumulates more and more and more, and it just becomes really difficult to do anything because you just don't feel good? Well, today I want to talk about stress management strategies, talking about stress a little bit, sort of how it builds up and happens. My name is Arne Pedersen, and I'm a mindfulness-based counseling hypnotherapist in Victoria, BC, and I help people to move through anxiety and negative thoughts and low self-esteem and to let go and how to manage stress, things like that. And so stress, if we think about it, what is stress? Well, when we're able to handle what's going on, we're not stressed. But when we're taking on too much, when we're not able to handle and be with what we're feeling through what we're doing, it becomes stressful because we're not able to handle it. And what happens in this sort of culture that we live in, we quite often push ourselves and we are taught to not listen to what we feel, and we push ourselves beyond what we're able to handle, and then we don't take enough time to recharge afterwards to get back into a better state. We take drinks and coffee and things to give us more energy to get through the lull in the afternoon. We drink coffee because we got to, stay up late to get that thing done or do that thing. We take, these energy drinks to boost our energy. Well, what do they do to our system? If we're not having enough energy, we're really kind of ignoring what's really going on. It's kind of like taking a cold medication when we're feeling, we've got a cold, but we want to keep going. We don't want to feel it. So we take this medication to help us not feel that we're not feeling well, so we can push through and keep stressing ourselves and pushing ourselves beyond the limits more than we should. So can you see how stresses would build up when we live that way? Now, I think it's really important with stress. We need to be able to be with what we feel. I think top of the list, we need to build some sort of a meditation practice where we can take the time to just slow down and stop and check in with our inner world. Sitting, focusing our breathing, relaxing our mind, noticing when our attention drifts off and bringing our attention back. Taking that time in between doing other things, taking a break and being with what we feel. Just meditating in the moment on your inner emotional environment. That is huge on helping you to move through stress. But not only that, as we practice being with what we feel, our attention will wander when we're meditating, bringing our attention back. Practicing being with the inner felt sensations in our body, our emotions, that will help us to build emotional competence, build the relationship with what we feel, so that we can start to really listen to what we're feeling and really sense when, I'm pushing myself too much, I need to take a break and recharge and rebuild my energies, rather than I need to take a coffee or an energy drink to get more energy. That's just going to leave you more stressed and depleted in the long run. It's going to tax your body's systems and drain you more, and your body's going to actually get stressed internally, and then you're going to feel stressed mentally and emotionally and very much physically. So to really, really listen and check in with your body, that's important. Self-care is so important with that. And start looking at your thoughts. And when you're having a lot of challenging thoughts, or say negative thoughts or unsupportive thoughts, start to replace them with a different outlook and a different focus. Start focusing on things more positive and look at the things that are going on in your life that are going well, and practice having gratitude and appreciation for them, and focus on what's working rather than what's not working. And start to focus every day, taking the moment to stop and do that thing, taking the time to smell the flowers, smell the roses. Really, that's important to do. If we don't take that time and we don't listen to our inner body sensations, and we don't take that time to slow down, we're just always in this hurry, and our body is not a machine. It'll run out of energy, and then we start building up, going through our built-up reserves and get more and more drained. And this causes more stress because our body's out of balance, and it's now stressed internally. And so it's important to really listen to our body's needs, really manage our energy with eating healthy foods and snacks instead of having energy drinks and coffee and things that really end up in the long run depleting us. They give us a false sense of energy that pushes us through, but what's the cost in that? And then we get in the habit of needing that thing all of the time. And so instead, if you can learn what is it you really, really need to help build up your reserves, and take time in between doing things, take breaks, really listen and stop and go, I get stressed really easily lately. I'm really feeling sort of overworked and exhausted. So what do I need to rebuild my energies? Listen to your body and take a little bit of time. An answer will come. Take some time in between doing things rather than jumping from one thing to another. That helps a lot to really segue nice and comfortably between one thing and another. And so you don't take your work home with you, take a little bit of time, maybe sit in the car before you go in the house and just breathe a little bit to sort of put that role aside so then you can come into the house free and clear. Because if we just try and multitask everything, it's going to split our attention and our energies in too many ways. So give these things a try. Start looking around and going, where am I stretching myself too far? And be honest with expectations. Where are you being unrealistic with expectations and pushing yourself too much past the limit? Where are these stresses coming from? You can figure it out pretty easily if you take that time and look around and really be honest with yourself. What is causing me stress in life? You might not be able to change the situation immediately right now of what you have to do, but chances are you can change the way you meet what you have to do, change your relationship with what you have to do, so that when you do it, you can do it in a healthier way, or you can adjust and balance the amount of time you do it, taking more breaks, really listening, checking in, listening to your body when you need to eat healthy foods that nourish your body rather than give you a false sense of energy. So I hope this makes a lot of sense, and this is something that you're drawn to try, because I think it'll make a really big difference in your life to ask these kinds of questions and do these kinds of practices of self-care to help build your energies back up so you don't feel so stressed all the time, and you actually have a surplus of energy that supports you to be able to move through life in a healthier way. So I wish you a wonderful day, and that this helps you substantially. And if you like it, click the like button and share it if you'd like. And I've got a lot of other helpful videos on my website, awarenessinhealth.com, on many different topics of emotional challenges. So have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.